my discussion so well. And sometimes when I solve, I keep on erasing something, and to the extent it will create an errors already because very small whiteboard. I really need to have a very wide whiteboard for my discussion, but sad to say, it's not practical to do that here. Okay? So, like that. I will read first and then take down notes or just write in a blank sheet of paper important data I'm given, right? Okay, so question number one. A bus, a bus is traveling at a constant speed of 40 meters per second. Question, letter A. How many hours will it take to travel a distance of 200 miles? That was question A. Okay. Question B. If the bus moves from a position that is 50 miles east of city, capital XYZ, to a position that is 90 miles west of city XYZ in 5 hours. Okay. What is the average velocity of the bus during the time interval? It looks like difficult, right? But if you try to scrutinize, it, it is simpler by using the formulas I taught you a while ago. I don't have to write the statements. I have to repeat it again for the purpose of, so that you can solve also by yourself, right? To, in respect to my audience now, okay? Like that, or to my listeners now. So here is the question. A bus is traveling at a constant speed of 40 meters per second. Question A. How many hours will it take to travel a distance of 200 miles? Question B. If the bus moves from a position that is 50 miles east of city capital XYZ to a position that is 90 miles west of city XYZ in 5 hours, what is the average velocity of the gas during the time interval? Something like that. Okay? That requirement, put the data, okay, given, and then establish the appropriate formulas to be used, and then sketch and illustrate to understand what's going on in the problem. Okay, so a bus. I will put a bus like here. For example, this is RCC bus. Like RCC bus. Okay? Like this, RCC. Ganon. Okay, traveling at a constant speed, wow, of 40 meter per second. Okay, sketching and labeling would help a lot to put skeletal data, and then you can, you can establish your appropriate views, like when you this one, right? Then how many hours? It asks the time, T, right? Like that. Now take note, constant speed. The key term here is constant speed, meaning the speed is not changing. It's really that constant talaga siya. Then, we have the formula to be used for constant speed, as I discussed a while ago, right? It's gonna be distance equal to velocity times time. This is equation 1. Okay, do we need another equation to support that question? How many hours will it take to travel? We don't need any more because the time is very easy to detect here, right? Let's say T is equals to the distance covered, which is dimension Briara. Yes, dimension 200 miles. This is the distance. Let's say from room number 5 to the RCC plant. Chalo. This is RCC bus traveling at 40 meters per second. Compute the time when it travels at 200 meters, 200 miles. Okay, put the 200 miles because this is distance. Okay, distance over the velocity. So your distance is 200 meters. Okay, your velocity, meters ba siya? No, it's not. It's miles. Miles, nakakaloka. Di ba miles yan? Okay? And then, we have the velocity of 40 meter per second. Now, check the compatibility issues of your units. Would it match the miles and meter? It's not, right? Now, you need to do a lot of conversion. That's the thing that you need to remember, all the memorized conversion factors na you memorize from elementary level to college level. Okay, so what are those? So I will say, I will start with, for example, 1 feet is equals to, we relate to miles, right? So I will say 5,280 feet is equals to 1 mile, right? Like this. Okay? I memorized this when I was in high school. 1 mile is equals to 5,280 feet. Based on the spot, I remember now. And then 1 mile is another, I think it's gonna be, wait ha, it's gonna be, wait, give me 10 seconds. In terms of kilometer, mga palangga. Okay. It's gonna be, okay, 1 mile. Correct me if I'm wrong, because this is only stock knowledge. Maybe I'm wrong, right? 1 mile is equals to, in terms of kilometer, 1.609 kilometers, something like that. Okay. Anyway, you can compute also the kilometer through feet, right? If you forgot the 1 mile is equals to 1.609 kilometer, just have it in your mind also, based on my understanding, okay, in long time ago. So 1 feet is equals to, okay, 0.3048 meters. Okay, mga stock knowledge siya, guys. And then you'll see also, wait, okay, 1 meter is equals also to 3.28 feet. Right? So if you forgot the 1 mile is equals to 1.609 kilometer, which is your direct conversion here, because miles to kilometer later on, right? Go with the feet so that you can go with meter, a meter, go to kilometer, like that, right? You get the point? So what is the best thing in here? Okay? Now, the best thing, the rule will say, you will need to convert the smaller amount first, rather than the higher amount. Muna siya ang conversion, guys. You will go first to the smaller amount to be converted, not the higher amount. Okay, which is the more higher, the 200 or the 40? Okay, the lesser is the 40. So you need to convert meter to mile. Again, when you do the conversion, mga palangga, you need to compare which among them has a lowest value, the magnitude, the figure. Okay? If that is very small compared to the other thing, then convert that. Okay? Like that. For example, this one, 40 meter per second, 200 miles. 40 is lesser than 200. So you need to convert the 40 meter per second into mile. Okay? So, ano mo? So, let's do the conversion here, mga palangga kumitan. Okay? So, 40 miles. So, 40 meter per second. Okay, then, how many meter in 1 kilometer? Because I need to use this. Second, 1 mile is also 1.6 meter. Because I'm not sure. Sorry. Di kayo ko sure ano yung answer. So, 1 mile is also 1.609 kilometer. But I think it's correct. But in the benefit of the doubt, I will never use this one. I will still go to another one, which is 1 feet is equals to 0.3048 meter, because I'm quite sure. Okay, so I will say 0.3048 meter is equals to 1 feet. And there are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Right? So, you have now the miles. Cancel the feet. Cancel the meters. So I have now the mile. So I can now have the mile per second. Or shall I say the miles per hour. But take note again, mga palangga. In this case, the standard is hour. Have you noticed in your car, okay, the speedometer, it's always expressed in hourly, hour. Anything, could it be a pressure gauge, whatever, the basis always is 1 hour. That's standard in metric system, not the minutes, okay? Because it's too huge. If you use the smaller unit, the figure will be huge, a lot. That's why to limit that one, you use the bigger, which is hour. Standard yun ang mga hour, guys. For example, if you have a billing in your electricity consumption in your house, the billing will be kilowatt per hour in your home. Your refrigerator, your television, like that, your microwave oven, your washing machine. You add that all, then the voltage, like that, And then you have the power, you can compute that one through electricity concept, right? I don't have to teach you that is already discussed, and that is not our topic also here. Okay, so what I'm trying to emphasize, always hour, because the given here is in second. I support my discussion through that analogy or comparison to be more practical. That's why we use hour. Okay, in fact, we said second, but it's not really that usual, especially motion problems. Unless the problems require seconds in your question. So I will say, what is the time and seconds for the bus to reach in the place? You have to do that because the question is in second. Because if there is no specified unless otherwise specified, then use the hour. Okay? That's the point. Okay, so we have seconds at the denominator. So if we have seconds related to hour, we will start to minute, right? Okay, so this is seconds here. 60 seconds is equals to 1 minute, right? And then 16 minutes is equal to 1 hour. Cancel the seconds. Like that. Actually, pwede naman siya kinit. So, 3,600 seconds is equal to 1 hour, something like that, right? Am I correct? 3,600 seconds is equal to 1 hour. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, like that. Okay, so cancel the minute. Okay, like that. Minute cancel. Hour na delay. So, muna ni siyang gamiton. So, calculator please. Like that. You should be careful with the conversion factors because, oh my gosh, you will be in error. Then your scores will be low during the checking of your papers, whether it manually or computerized. Okay, something like that. Okay, 5,208 mga palang kakungitan times 0.3048 is equals to 1609, di ba? Okay, so this 1.609, see? Tanawa, 1.609 will be the kilometer, right? Here, nilugwa din yun siya, no? As I told you, I say 1 mile is equals to 1.609 kilometer. When I compute, I only 1.609 in the denominator. That means I'm correct at first in my memorization. Okay? And I'm just doubting that why I need to prove, right? Okay, so 60 times 60 times 40 is equals to, divided by 1.609 is equals to, we have 89,496 miles per hour. Okay? Ganon. So you can substitute this in your denominator. 89,000, okay, 49, that's 496.5 miles per hour. Cancel the miles and you have the hour. Okay? Ganon. So 200 divided by this one. So 200, okay, divided by 89,426.5. 89,426.5 is equals to 2.23 times 10 to the negative 3. 2.23 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay. Hour. Okay, like that. It's possible, right? Hour. Since hour, you will convert that to minutes. Let's say 1 hour, 60 minutes times 60. Okay, times 60 is equals to, okay, you have 15 minutes. If you doubt things like this, you have to review. Okay, because negative 3 will go to the left. Now, 1, 2, 3. It looks like a very small value. Take a look again in conversion, second review. Okay, 40 meter per second. 48 meter is equals to 1 feet. The 5,200 feet is equals to 1 mile. Okay, ganon. And then 1 mile, and then seconds. 60 seconds equals to 1 minute, and then 60 minutes is equals to 1 hour. Sakto siya talaga, okay? So, okay, I need to review Badel problem. Okay, times 5,280. So 1609.344, and then 40 times 60 times 60 divided by 1609.44 is equals to, see? This gonna be 89 lang siya. I think guys, when I took the board examination, this is the usual mistakes I have. Or else I will be having a high score in general engineering. I think so. This is my mistakes really. Based on my weakness. Okay? See, when everything it is 89.47 only. Okay? Hour. Okay? 89.7 hour. Okay, and you divide it by 200. Okay? So, 200, okay, divided by 89.47 is equals to, it needs only 2 hours. 2 hours, which is, right? Which is very practical, 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. It reach the bus from going there to the plant. Assuming only, this is only hypothetical, it's not really that true, right? But this for the purpose of conversation. So we have 2 hours that the RCC bus will reach from my room building number 5 to the plant. It reached me 2 hours, having this 200 meters distance covered with a velocity of 40 meters per second, either by walking, no, by bus because it's mentioned in the problem. Sorry. Okay, something like that. Okay. I think this is my usual mistakes when I talk of the examination because I'm very fast like and then the errors during the like I think so because the results really could prove because I have low score compared to my major, okay, into the science. My lowest really is general engineering, the math. It pulls a bit there, okay? Gihila niya, okay? Because it is really iwan ko na lang. Nakakal. Okay. Sorry. Okay, that's it. Because my aim before, I want to become a top-notcher. Given na yan. Because I have a very, very high aim. Okay, then, I know it already that I am not really that good in math, but still I have to project a very high aim so that I could still pass, something like that. And then it really, when the results showed, it really come out the reality that I'm not that good in that particular area really, based on the scores I gained. So it's really telling the truth. You get the point? But at least, passed also, but not that, gusto ko dako ba, pero wala ka nihimo. Because it really pulls, okay? Like that. Nakakalawa ka. Ay, nako. Dako kayo kung average, dako na kayo kung general engineering. Oh my gosh, I hate drugs. Nakakalawa. O, diba? Magligbibog na magugugay sa katong mga differential equations na ako kasabot, okay? But at least, diba? Get the point mga palanganan na siya guys, i-balance lang. So, ang akong punto na nahigay yun na, if you have the weak area, study more, okay? And then, you need to balance where you are weak. Balance ba? And then, not go to the things that you are already have too much strength. Like that, if you are really good in this, then go to other in which you are not very that good. Like that. And like that. What happens before is not, the situation is not like that. Okay. Though I really study, but I don't study more, even though I am weak at it. You get the point? And I study only based on what the classroom instructions. Okay, and sample problems. But for the theory, I go for deeper, for chemical engineering, physics, science, chemistry, like that, blah blah blah, so on. So the physical chemistry, the operations, like that, for our major. But for the general engineering, wakay kumudupa, something like that. Okay, wakay kumukuha sa mga libro, anak ba? Okay, like that. Get the point? So if I know pa lang. Siguro ako siya i-balance talaga. Okay? But not that anymore relevant. Okay? Thank you so much guys for watching this kinematic linear motion discussion. Thank you so much if you like this video. Okay, we have the same answer? 2 hours or not? Show me your answer. Okay? In this problem. Okay, mga palangga. Okay? If we have the same answer, then okay, perfect. But thank you so much for watching. I need to relax now. To relax now, and I will eat kabush. Kaloka. Kabush. Okay, thank you so much for watching this live streaming for the topic of kinetics and emotion, problem solving. Then you can comment, you can like or anything. If you are not subscribing yet to the channel, you can subscribe and click the notification bell for some latest updates of I Am a Singer Eternal Voice. Okay, this is I Am a Singer Eternal Voice doing the vlogging daily Araton. Bye bye, God bless everybody.